Hello ladies and welcome back to Still Looking Good 58. I am Faith and today we are going to do something a little bit different on Wigs and Wisdom Wednesday. We are going to talk about colors. Now when I first started my channel I didn't know a whole lot about wig colors and what they meant, especially when they start getting into the FRs and the SOMs and all of those kinds of things. So I kind of had to learn as I went. So what I wanted to do today, along with my wig review, is to discuss color charts and what the colors mean, especially when they have all those letters in front of them, so that we can kind of make heads or tails of some of these colors. Now granted, some of them I'm not going to know, so if they don't show up on the person's color chart, then we're pretty much at a loss. But we're going to try and see if we can make this work. So before I do that, let me show you the wig that I'm going to review today. This wig is the Wigpop Gavina. I think she's really pretty and I have her in the color DR Copper Orange. I have been wanting a copper orange and so I decided I would go ahead and get this one. So here she is. What I really love about Gavina right off the bat is all of these curls. I like a short wig that's got some, some depth to it, and this one does. I really just love the curls on this one. And I also love that it's got like a swoop bang on the side. That's always nice. So let me show you what she looks like on the inside. Oh, first of all, before I go there, this is what they call a skin top part. You guys may be familiar with that, but a skin top part is a part that's not a real part, but it's made to look like a part. Because underneath here, there is no lace. No lace at all. Now there's a comb on each side as typical. Comb in the back and adjustable straps, but there is absolutely no lace on this Wigpop wig. She does have some baby hair, but I created some of my own sideburns because I didn't want to have to utilize the ones on this wig. So I'm going to put her on. We're going to see what she looks like. Like I said, this is my first copper orange wig. Now as my hair is growing, it's getting harder and harder to put my hair under a wig. With my hair braided and my braids tucked in the back, it makes this wig kind of tight. So if you have a lot of hair, you may have the same issue as I'm having. Now right off the bat, without doing anything to her, isn't she cute? My goodness, this is such a fun, flirty wig. I just love it. It's just so cute. So yeah, so there's nothing to pluck, so we're not dealing with that. And like I said, I have my own little sideburns on the side. Even my little grays are sticking out. And then on this side, it doesn't really matter because you've got the swoop. So trying to make her natural is going to mean that you're going to pull out some baby hairs in the front, or just make sure that this is so cute. Make sure this swoop bang stays down here like this. You guys, I'm in love again. Oh my goodness. Have I ever said that about a Wigpop wig? No. But look at this. This is beautiful. So she's thick. She's a thick yaki texture. She's a thick yaki texture. I'm going to turn around so you can see her in the back. There she is in the back. She is adorable. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a little bit of this Garnier Fructis. I'm going to put this through it. Just a little bit. Kind of get a little control of this hair. This silicone based, or any silicone based serum will work for this. In terms of kind of getting any kind of little tangles or whatever you have out of it. But of course you don't want to get rid of the curls. But this is adorable. This is adorable. Look at that. And maybe I could put her behind my ear because I've got my own little sideburns here. She does have tabs on the side. I'm trying to pull my ear out from under that tab. that's on this side. See if I can get that accomplished. So yeah, so I can put her behind my ear if I want to and still have my own edges out. You guys, this is too cute. Oh my goodness. This is too cute. This is too cute. Excuse my allergies. I did take my pills this morning. I did find some pills that are working for me for my allergy, but I'm still having some issues. Okay, I'm gonna put a little powder in this fake part just to make it look like a part. See if this works. I use the Fit Me 235 because my scalp, of course, like everybody else's, is lighter than the rest of my skin. So I usually do this color. Everybody has their own color that they choose to do this with. So it's not going to be the same for everybody, of course. Just like your foundation is not the same as everybody's. Just enough to get this thing to show up, you know? Not a whole lot. Now I have seen people, I guess when it comes to lace parts, put some kind of spray or whatever on their lace parts, but I don't know that you necessarily need to do that for something like this. Yeah, and I mean, this is still not showing up real well, but it's better than nothing. Excuse me. So what do you guys think? Do you think she's a winner? I think she's a winner. I do. I think she's a winner. Man, she's like gorgeous. And you know what? I'm thinking that if they can do a wig like this in Wigpop, then why don't they do a wig like this in Melted Hairline? Or even Perfect Hairline. Because it seems to me when they do the perfect hairlines and the melted hairlines, the wigs are a lot longer. Now granted, Gavina wasn't really long, but it was longer than this. But this is a perfect neck length wig. And I think I mentioned this in my wig wish list that I wanted more wigs that come to about here that you can wear to work. Man, you go in the office with this thing on, you're gonna knock the socks off of everybody there. Man, this is gorgeous. And this color really helps to kind of give it the kind of, you know, flirtiness and fling that it's given right now. Man, this is gorgeous, and this is the kind of wig sometimes that you just ignore because it's a Wigpop wig, you know what I'm saying? Jeez. Goodness, this is gorgeous. I mean, seriously, this is gorgeous. I mean, really, this is gorgeous. I can't say enough about this one. It's called Gavina. I think I called her Gavinia. It's called Gavina, G-A-V-I-N-A. And again, this is the copper DR Copper Orange. So let's get to the color chart aspect of this Wigs and Wisdom Wednesday so we can talk about some of the colors and how they come up with these. Well, maybe not even that, but at least try to make heads or tails of what those letters mean. So let's take a look. Okay, ladies, I found this website called B&B Magazine, and to me it was the clearest explanation for how all these colors originated. So I'm going to read what it says here, how it all got started. So under the caption that says 1, 1B, 2, and 4 originated from Wella's color codes, you may be familiar with Wella. Wella is a company that makes hair color. And they've been around for a long, long time. And so evidently colors originally were based on Wella's colors. So I'm just going to read what this paragraph says. It says, it's not easy task to tell the difference of so many colors present in hair products. Hair product colors are expressed in color codes like 1, 1B, 2, and 4. So it says, when manufacturing of synthetic hair wig products took off in South Korea in 1967, South Korean manufacturers developed their own color codes, largely based on Wella's color codes. So that means that they took the basic colors from Wella, which was the 1, 1B, 2, 4, and they started adding to those. So that's where you get all of the mixed colors and things, because it says here that as these companies started creating more colors, they got further and further away from the Wella color code. And so that's why there are so many. But what I also like about this website, and I'm just going to scroll down, is that it shows you pictures of those basic colors, and it also gives you an explanation of some of the more interesting colors. So for instance, here's the chart. You're familiar with 1, 1B, 2, but then you see stuff like 3. I'm like, I've never ever seen a wig in a 3. Then there's 4, then there's 6, which is a color that I've already reviewed, 8, 12, 14, 22, 24, and then there's the 27. So normally it's jumping from 4 to 27. You don't usually see the ones in between. Then you see 30, and then after that it jumps all the way to, I think, 350, or no, 99J, I think, is another typical one that we see. Then it jumps to 350, then 530, then 613. So there are some colors in here that we don't typically see in wig colors. And the grays, I'm glad to see these grays in here because I have seen a 44 and a 34 before in terms of gray hair. So it just kind of makes you wonder, why are they not using some of these colors? Now, I have seen like 3Ts, but I don't know whether the 3T means that this particular number 3 is the color that's in the wig. So I'm just going to go down a little bit further because it starts to explain to you what the different letters mean. So here it says FSC equals frost. So F I always thought was frost, but I didn't know that C or S could also represent a frost. So for instance, in these colors down here, under the first one, it says F2 27, which you pretty much figure out as a 2 and a 27. Then F14 and 24. Then FS 27, 6, 13. So I don't understand that if F represents the color, why would S also represent frost? So I don't know. That's what they're saying here. They're saying that the F, the S, and the letter C all represent frost. Then you go down further and it says that P, C, and S represent piano. Well, okay, how can C and S represent piano when up here it's also representing frost? So I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just going to read what it says. It says PCS equals piano, also known as streak. It says distinct colors of hair mixed together. Yeah, that's pretty much a piano blend. The name came from the dark and light colors that contradict each other like black and white keys of a piano. That's kind of what I figured. When you hear the term piano blend, I figured that's what that meant. So yeah, so the examples down here they have is P6 13 27, a P6 27 6 13, and then there's the S 31 44, which again I would not have considered an S. Considered I guess the S may stand for streak, so I guess that makes sense. And then the last one on this list is SOP 2730. And Shake and Go actually is Free Dress Equal, and I have seen a lot of SOP 2730s on their list as well as Model. So I guess it's a streak and a piano blend 2730. I don't know. Anyway, so then you move down and it shows M, D, P, and T are mixes. So it says they're usually found in braids. The color type is made of multiple bundles of different colored hair to create a distinct color. So it says that M designates mixed color, but they said that D, P, and T can also be used. So then they have the different examples at the bottom, which are basically all M, which would be mixed. Now here's something I've seen before, which is two-tone. So they're saying that T or TT represent two-tone colors. And, you know, two-tone is pretty obvious. It's two different tones. So the different examples they have down here are TT 627, STT 1B, TG. Now I don't know what the TG stands for. And then it just has the other TT colors. And then there's a 3T cherry, which I'm assuming is a number 3 with the tone cherry. So, yeah. All right, further down, it talks about H represents highlight, but D or S could also represent highlight, which is, yeah. And again, it's probably because the different companies are choosing to call the colors whatever they want to color them. So H is basically highlight. And again, down here, you're familiar with ombre and sombre. It says an ombre is O, G, D, and S. It says in ombre, different colors appear and are created by the dyeing methods used in 2 or 3 tone colors, but with smoother transitions. Then at the bottom, it says ombre products often carry the O or OM codes, but also G, D, S, or B are used for ombre. And it says a company would use ombre designation for wigs and sombre for weaving, which is interesting. So yeah, again, they're saying that the S, the D, and the G can also represent ombre. Now, I see a lot of SOMRT on Zuri Sis's site, So I guess they're using the sombre, and I don't really know what the RT stands for, and it's not explaining what the RT stands for in here either. So that's remains a mystery. Then, of course, down here, other than the ones that say neon below, the T, LT, and DT mean tip. So it says Model, and Outre both use T39J, T527 as a model color. Outre uses a LT 130, and they also use a DT 30/1. Now, it's interesting where you see it says Outre, it also says Sun Tiang. That's actually Outre's real name. That's the name of the company, Sun Tiang. If you didn't know that, that's the name of the real company. So these are the T's that both Model and Outre use. And again, these are supposed to be tips. So T just represents tip. So I guess LT might mean light tip. I don't know. Anyway. So basically, that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys, because these colors can really be confusing sometimes. And I know that when you're looking at colors, they can be confusing. So one of the things that I would suggest that you do is go to the manufacturer's websites and just look at their color charts. And sometimes they will have an explanation for them, but other times they won't. Like I think Vanessa does not have explanations for all of their colors on their color chart. And Bobbi Boss's colors, I think they're probably the most confusing. So anyway, just thought I'd share this with you guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Yes, I am still playing with this hair. I'm still loving this hair. I wonder what she would look like in some of these other colors. Let me tell you what these other colors are, since we're talking about colors. Chocolate swirl. That's pretty clear. You don't know what the swirl is, but it's chocolate. Ginger brown. So ginger brown, of course, is ginger. Like ginger, I guess, is kind of an orangish color, and then brown. So that's pretty simple. DR copper orange. We already found out what DR means, and that's dark rooted. DR red velvet. And red you get, but the velvet part maybe. DR2 creamy toffee. Now creamy toffee could be anything. When I think of cream or creamy, I think of something like beige or whatever. Toffee, of course, toffee is like a light brown color. So you kind of figure that you might get something that looks like cream and toffee. Cream and like a light brown, medium brown, or even a golden brown. DR2 golden amber. Now see, golden amber always threw me, because when I think of amber, I think of something that's a little bit more orangey than what's in this golden amber wig, because the golden amber wig, I believe, is it's a lot more yellow hues, So the golden part I get, but the amber part I don't necessarily get. DR4 golden honey blonde. Now that's pretty clear. It's a dark root. It's a golden color, which is pretty obvious. Honey and blonde, you kind of get your like honey color, blonde color. So, some of those names or titles are pretty clear, but in some of the ones that you saw earlier in the video, they can be a little bit confusing. And some of them, of course, as you saw, we couldn't even, get the explanation for them. So, yeah. But for the most part, the frosts are clear. The piano blends are clear. Dark rooting, of course, DR is clear. So sometimes you either have to go to that site and find that color from that particular manufacturer, or again, you can go to somebody else's video, like type in the name of the color in the search bar, and then maybe somebody's video will pop up where they actually got that color. Then you can look at that video and see what that color actually looks like. Those are a couple of things that you can do, because sometimes, as I mentioned in the video, sometimes the charts do not explain the colors, and sometimes there are colors that will come out that when you go to the chart, they're not there. I've had that experience before. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I am loving this. I think I'm keeping this on all day. I don't think I'm taking this one off. It's early in the morning for me, and yeah, this wig is all that and a bag of chips. I'm just saying. So yeah, look at that. Goodness gracious, this wig should be a melted hairline or a perfect hairline. Outre, what was up with that? I don't even get it. What were y'all thinking? Y'all know you should have made this a melted hairline or a perfect hairline, because this wig is too doggone cute to have a fake part. Don't get me started. Okay, woosah and all that. All right, ladies, thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscription button and the notification bell. Leave a comment down below about this wig or anything else that you want to talk about. Thank you so much for watching again. And as I always say, if you're going to show love to anyone today, please show it to the creator. I'm still looking good, and of course, so are you. See you next time.